government has made numerous attempts to drive people out of poverty. One of the earliest strategies to spur wealth was the Poverty Eradication Action Plan, introduced in 1997. It was followed by the Plan for Modernization of Agriculture, implemented for 5 years between 2001 and 2005. More poverty alleviation programs followed in each 5-year cycle, including Prosperity for All, dubbed Bonapagagawale, Operation Wealth Creation, and Emyoga being the latest. It will likely give way to the launched Parish Development Model.
In some districts, it is wonderful. You cannot even go and talk bad about it and come back happily. They will really embarrass you. Number two, the Myoga program so far has attracted 27 billion shillings in member savings. This has never happened in Uganda.
The common factor in all of this has been a template that called for uplifting the livelihoods of the very poor through injections of cash to the public in the hope that their entrepreneurial spirit would spur them to sustainable economic growth, infrastructure transformation, and increase the ability of the poor to up their incomes.
So when you look at the Parish Development Model, on paper, it's very, very exciting, and even the previous poverty eradication programs or projects brought in by this government, they're also very exciting. But the only difference is that this Parish Development Model this time is going to be, bringing closer the grassroots. Not initially where you had very many channels, to reach the grassroots and were the problem.
As of the financial year 2020-21, 25% of the population had fallen into poverty line, up from 21% in 2019-20, the 4% increment accounting for 1.8 million people, partly blamed on the COVID-19 pandemic. The Uganda Bureau of Statistics 2019-20 National Household Survey indicated a majority of the 68% of the population are engaged in subsistence agriculture. It defeats the purpose for the multiple poverty eradication programs.
NRM government is not capable of producing a program that can elevate people out of poverty, because for them they don't look at the economic impact of their program. Rather, they look at the political impact. So you have a focus on how can we impress our voters to continue voting us, than how can we make our voters come out of poverty so as for them to vote us on a real ground.
Not surprisingly, they are skeptical about whether the Parish Development Model will yield more success than their predecessor programs.
Even this money you think that is going to these parishes, most likely it is going to be delayed. And these are the budget games we talk about. The money comes late. If this money, if these beneficiaries have planned, okay, this is the planting season, we need money now. And then the money is delayed because there is poor coordination between the key decision makers or implementers, then you're going to find a problem.
The people who are supposed to implement this program are the parish chiefs. The percentage of parish chiefs that have been already selected or recruited is small. Even those who have been recruited have not been trained in it. So how are they going to implement? You are actually sending money for people to eat and remain as poor as they were.
If you go and follow up the way the process was done, most of the people don't even qualify. So in other words, you already have a challenge of, deploying unqualified people. So what do you expect? And politicization. So the challenges are very clear. Is the government willing to address these challenges? Have these people been prepared? The implementers and the beneficiaries.
The Emyoga program, for instance, aimed at wealth and job creation, with the targeted group being those in the informal sector coming together through circles. The allocated budget for the start of the program was 260 billion shillings, of which each of the 353 constituencies was planned to receive 560 million. Emyoga distribution was characterized by chaos.
Mwetemulowooza nti okuteeka office ya SACCO wano ku office za NRM kirina abantu ekisibira ebweru. Nedda.
Ebandowooza yonnafu. Tekamba kakase muve ku ebyo ebya honorable byabagamba musimanyi bikingo ate office ya NRM. Kituufu ne sente za NRM tezava magere. Ati nze gwemanyi president wange Museveni yazimpa.
Whoever advised the president at design level misguided the president. Honorable Minister, whether you look at me or not, the truth is there is a problem that must be resolved.
We saw extortion with impunity at registration and also at the entry point of disbursements itself in my constituency.
It waits to see if the parish development model will jump the corruption vice and over-politicization to make the desired progress for which it was designed. Jackson Onyango, NTV.